Shalom, shalom. Happy Sabbath, everybody. Shalom. Well, Sabbath is over, but hey, we're going to go ahead and get the Sabbath reading in today. I'm late, but let's get it in. All praises to the Most High. All praises. We're here for another one. And we're ready to pick back up in 2 Kings where we left off. I should have been here earlier, but man, I was tired. So I was resting. I was resting and still trying to we getting ready for this cold weather down here, man. We getting ready for this cold weather down here. So I hope that y'all, wherever y'all are at, are preparing yourselves. If not already have prepared yourselves for the weather to come. Prepare yourself so you're not caught off guard. So you're not scared in a time of crisis. Prepare yourself. Haven't we learned the stories? Haven't we heard the stories of the 7 years of plenty, the 7 years of famine? So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Let's roll with it. Chapter 11 of 2 Kings. Man, there's been a lot of, and wickedness was done. And it was wickedness. And he did wickedly after the ways of Jezebel. We don't want that. We don't want none of that. None of that wickedness. We don't want that. So let's see what 2 Kings talking about. Jehoash, king of Judah. Jehoash. Well, some names they had back then, boy. It's some names we got now. But at least back then, people knew what the names meant. Unlike today, I think a lot of people don't know what the names mean. They name their child all type of stuff. Name their child after a truck or car. Mercedes. Volkswagen. Anyway, I'm reading from the King James Version Bible. We're going to pick back up. We're going to read about an hour and see where we get to. We're picking back up in chapter 11. 2 Kings chapter 11. Jehoash, king of Judah, chapter 11. And when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal. But Jehosheba, the daughter of King Joram, sister of Ahaziah, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him from among the king's sons, which were slain. And they hid him, even him and his nurse, in the bedchamber from Athaliah, so that he was not slain. Shalom, shalom, welcome, welcome. And he was with her hid in the house of the Lord 6 years. Damn. And Athaliah did reign over the land. And in the 7th year, Jehoiada sent and fetched the rulers over hundreds with the captains of the guard, and brought them to him into the house of the Lord, and made a covenant with him, and took an oath of them in the house of the Lord, and showed them the king's son. I got something, but you can't tell nobody. Swear it to me. Give me your oath. And he commanded them, saying, this is the king that ye shall do. This is the thing that ye shall do. A third part of you that enter in on the Sabbath shall even be keepers of the watch of the king's house. And a third part shall be at the gate of Shur. And a third part at the gate behind the guard. So shall ye keep a watch of the house, that it be not broken down. And 2 parts of all you that go forth on the Sabbath, even they shall keep the watch of the house of the Lord about the king. And ye shall compass the king round about, every man with his weapons in his hand. And he that cometh within the ranges, let him be slain. Knock him down. That's right. Tell him, boys, knock him down. They get within your range. Knock him down. And be ye with the king as he goeth out and as he cometh in. And the captains, he wanted them to be like the Secret Service. Be like the Secret Service. Watch him. A third of you be at the gate. A third of you be behind here. A third of you back here. Anybody come close, take their ass out. And the captain over the hundreds did according to all things that Jehoiada the priest commanded. And they took every man his men. Yes, sir.
I'm not in the game.
You have to choose one that you can play in.
Choose one.
Yes, sir. You have to choose one that is 2 players. If not, if you cannot find it, then y'all will just have to wait or take turns with the ones that you see, or wait till after I'm finished reading. Those are your 2 choices. And to the captains over hundreds did the priests give King David's spear and shield that were in the temple of the Lord, and the guard stood every man with his weapons in his hand round about the king. For the right corner of the temple to the left corner of the temple, along by the altar and the temple. And he brought forth the king's son, and put the crown upon him, and gave him the testimony. And they made him king, and anointed him. And they clapped their hands, and said, God save the king! God save the king! God save the king! And when Athaliah heard the noise of the guard and of the people, she came to the people into the temple of the Lord. And when she looked, behold, the king stood by a pillar, as the manner was, and the princes of the trumpeters by the king, and all the people of the land rejoiced and blew with trumpets. Athaliah was mad. All it was lit. It was getting too lit for her. And Athaliah rent her clothes and cried, treason! Treason! You can't reign over Israel anyway, dusty foot. But Jehoiada the priest commanded the captains of the hundreds and officers of the hosts, and said unto them, have her forth without the ranges, and him that followeth her kill with the sword. For the priest had said, let her not be slain in the house of the Lord. Get her ass out of here first. And whatever buster want to follow her, kill him too. Kill him too. And they laid hands on her. And she went by the way by the which the horses came into the king's house, and there was she slain. And Jehoiada made a covenant between the Lord and the king and the people, that they should be the Lord's people, between the king also and the people. And all the people of the land went into the house of Baal, and brake it down, his altars and his images, brake they in pieces through thoroughly, and slew Mattan, the priest of Baal, before the altars. And the priest appointed officers over the house of the Lord, and he took the rulers over hundreds, and the captains and the guard, and all the people of the land, and they brought down the king from the house of the Lord, and came by the way of the gate of the guard up to the king's house, and he sat on the throne of the kings. And all the people of the land rejoiced, and the city was quiet. And they slew Athaliah with the sword beside the king's house. 7 years old was Jehoash when he began to reign. Damn, 7 years old. I wonder if he was the youngest king in Israel. Let me put a question mark by that. Was Jehoash, I'm going to put it in blue. Was he the youngest king in Israel? 7. Jehoash reigned. He began his reign at 7 years old. You know, that's a heavy, that is a heavy weight to put on a child. Let me write this shit down. My bad. Let me get the question book. That is a good, what you would call it, a good trivia question. A good trivia question. Who was the youngest king in Israel? Who was the youngest king in Israel? Okay, who was the youngest king in Israel? Was it Jehoash at 7? Was it him at 7? Jehoash? Let's put a question mark by it. Jehoash, 7 years old. What is this? 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 2 Kings, 11, verse 21. Put it in parentheses just in case. Chapter 12. 2 Kings chapter 12. In the 7th year of Jehu, Jehoash began to reign, and 40 years reigned he in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Zibiah of Beersheba. And Jehoash did that which was right in the sight of the Lord all his days, wherein Jehoiada the priest instructed him. But the high places were not taken away. The people still sacrificed the burnt incense in the high places. Jehoash repairs the temple. Young. He started off young, but he still maintained that he did right in the sight of the Lord. Verse 4. And Jehoash said to the priest, all the money of the dedicated things that is brought into the house of the Lord, even the money of everyone that passeth the account, the money that every man is set at, and all the money that cometh into a man's heart to bring into the house of the Lord, let the priest take it to them, every man of his acquaintance, and let them repair the breaches of the house, wheresoever any breach shall be found. But it was so that in the 23rd year of King Jehoash, the priest had not repaired the breaches of the house. Then King Jehoash called Jehoiada the priest and the other priests and said unto them, is that the building fund? Jehoash was trying to take up the building fund. Then King Jehoash called Jehoiada the priest and the other priests and said unto them, why repair ye not the breaches of the house? Now therefore receive no more money of your acquaintance, but deliver it for the breaches of the house. And the priest consented to receive no more money of the people, neither to repair the breaches of the house. But Jehoiada, the priest, took a chest and bored a hole in the lid of it and set it in beside the altar on the right side as one cometh into the house of the Lord. And the priest that kept the door put therein all the money that was brought into the house of the Lord. That must be the when they pass around the we're gonna go ahead and pass around the communion plate. When Jesus washed, he washed my sins away. And the priest that kept the door put therein all the money that was brought into the house of the Lord. And it was so, when they saw that there was much money in the chest, that the king's scribes and the high priest came up, and they put up in bags and told the money that was found in the house of the Lord. And they gave the money being told into the hands of them that did the work, that had the oversight of the house of the Lord, and they laid it out to the carpenters and builders that wrought upon the house of the Lord, and to the masons and hewers of stone, and to buy timber and hewed stone to repair the breaches of the house of the Lord, and for all that was laid out for the house to repair it. Howbeit, there were no made for the house. Howbeit, there were not made for the house of the Lord bowls of silver, snuffers, basins, trumpets, any vessels of gold or vessels of silver of the money that was brought into the house of the Lord. But they gave that to the working men, and repaired therewith the house of the Lord. Moreover, they reckoned not with the men, in whose hand they delivered the money, and to be bestowed on workmen, for they dealt faithfully. The trespass money and the sin money was not brought into the house of the Lord. It was the priests. Then Hazael, king of Syria, went up and fought against Gath and took it. And Hazael set his face to go up to Jerusalem. And Jehoash, king of Judah, took all the hallowed things that Jehoshaphat and Jehoram and Ahaziah, his fathers, kings of Judah, had dedicated, and his own hallowed things, and all the gold that was found in the treasures of the house of the Lord, and in the king's house, and sent it to Hazael, king of Syria, and he went away from Jerusalem. And the rest of the acts of Joash and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And his servants arose and made a conspiracy and slew Joash in the house of Milo, which goeth down to Silla. I wonder if that's the same Milo. Oh, my bad, that's Philo. Who, for Jazakar, the son of Shemiath, and Jehozabad, the son of Shomer, his servants smote him, and he died. And they buried him with his fathers in the city of David. And Amaziah, his son, reigned in his stead. Man, they just knocking off everybody, man. Back and forth. But Jehoash was pretty good to me, except for the part where he gave all the money, and not money, but gave all the good things to what's that boy name? Hazael. I'm gonna say he gave all that stuff to Hazael. Chapter 13. Jehoash, king of Israel. In the 23rd year of Joash, the son of Ahaziah, king of Judah, Jehoash, the son of Jehu, began to reign over Israel in Samaria, and reigned 17 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, and followed the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, which made Israel to sin. He departed not therefrom. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he delivered them into the hand of Hazael, the king of Syria, and into the hand of Ben-Hadad, the son of Hazael, all their days. And Jehoash and Jehoahaz besought the Lord, and the Lord hearkened unto him. For he saw the oppression of Israel, because the son of Syria, the king of Syria, oppressed them. And the Lord gave Israel a savior, so that they went out from under the hand of the Syrians, and the children of Israel dwelt in their tents as before time. Nevertheless, they departed not from their sins of the house of Jeroboam, who made Israel sin, but walked therein, and there remained the grove of also in Samaria. Neither did he leave the people to Jehoahaz, but 50 horsemen and 10 chariots and 10,000 footmen, for the king of Syria had destroyed them, and he made them like the dust by the threshing. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoahaz and all that he did, and his might, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Jehoahaz slept with his fathers, and they buried him in Samaria, and Joash his son reigned in his stead. Jehoash, king of Israel. I guess these is like common names. Jehoash. I guess that must have been a name like David or Anthony or even Jesus. Yeshua, Joshua. It probably was a common name. I wonder what it means. Jehoash. Where is my phone? Could look it up. Chapter 13. Jehoash, chapter 13, verse 10. Jehoash, king of Israel. In the 37th year of Joash, king of Judah, began Jehoash. So it's Joash and Jehoash, but it's spelled different multiple times. In the 37th year of Jehoash, king of Judah, began Jehoash, king of Judah, began Jehoash, the son of Jehoahaz, to reign over Israel in Samaria, and reigned 16 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from all the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel sin, but he walked therein. And the rest of the acts of Joash, and all that he did, and his might wherewith he fought against Amaziah, king of Judah, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles and the kings of Israel? And Joash slept with his fathers, and Jeroboam sat upon his throne, and Joash was buried in Samaria with the kings of Israel. Man, it sounds like some Crip and blood beefing. That's what it sounds like. Crip and blood beefing between Israel and Judah. The death of Elisha. Now Elisha was fallen sick of his sickness, whereof he died. And Joash, the king of Israel, came down unto him, and wept over his face, and said, O my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And Elisha said unto him, Take bow and arrows. And he took unto him bow and arrows. And he said to the king of Israel, Put thine hand upon the bow. And he put his hand upon it. And Elisha put his hand upon the king's hands. And he said, Upon the window eastward. And he opened the window eastward, and he opened it. Then Elisha said, Shoot. And he shot. And he said, The arrow of the Lord's deliverance, and the arrow of deliverance from Syria. For thou shalt smite the Syrians in Aphek, till thou have consumed them. And he said, Take the arrows, and he took them. And he said unto the king of Israel, Smite upon the ground, and he smote thrice, and stayed. And the man of God was wroth with him, and said, thou shouldest have smitten 5 or 6 times. Then hadst thou smitten Syria till thou hast consumed it. Whereas now thou shalt smite Syria but thrice. And Elisha died, and they buried him, and the bands of the Moabites invaded the land at the coming in of the year. You got Syria on them, the Moabites on them, Israel and Judah beefing. Oh man, it's getting kind of hectic. And it came to pass, as they were burying a man, that, behold, they spied a band of men, and they cast the man into the sepulchre of Elisha. And when the man was let down and touched the bones of Elisha, he revived and stood up on his feet. But Hazael, king of Syria, oppressed Israel all the days of Jehoahaz. And the Lord was gracious unto them, and had compassion unto them, and had respect unto them, because of his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and would not destroy them, neither cast he them into his presence as yet, from his presence as yet. So Hazael, king of Syria, died, and Ben-Hadad, his son, reigned in his stead. And Jehoash, the son of Jehoahaz, took again out of the hand of Ben-Hadad, the son of Hazael, the cities which he had taken out of the hand of Jehoahaz, his father, by war. 3 times did Joash beat him, and recovered the cities of Israel. Chapter 14. Amaziah, king of Judah. In the 2nd year of Joash, son of Jehoash, king of Israel, reigned Amaziah the son of Joash, king of Judah. He was 25 years old when he began to reign, and reigned 29 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Jehoaddan of Jerusalem. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, yet not like David his father. He did according to all things as Joash his father did. Howbeit, the high places were not taken away. As yet the people did sacrifice and burnt incense on the high places. And it came to pass, as soon as the kingdom was confirmed in his hand, that he slew his servants, which had slain the king his father. But the children of the murderers he slew not, according unto that which is written in the book of the law of Moses, wherein the Lord commanded, saying, the father shall not be put to death for the children, nor the children be put to death for the fathers, but every man shall be put to death for his own sin. And we're going to read about 2 more chapters, man. We're going to finish this chapter off, and we're going to finish off 15. We're going to get to chapter 16. Ooh-wee. He slew of Edom in the valley of Salt 10,000, and took Salah by war, and called the name of it Joktheel unto this day. Then Amaziah sent messengers to Joash, the son of Joash, the son of Joahaz, son of Jehu, king of Israel, saying, come, let us look one another in the face. And Jehoash, the king of Israel, sent to Amaziah, king of Judah, saying, the thistle that was in Lebanon sent to the cedar that was in Lebanon, saying, give thy daughter to my son to wife. And there passed by a wild beast that was in Lebanon, and trod down the thistle. Thou hast indeed smitten Edom, and thine heart hath lifted thee up. Glory of this, and tarry at home, for why shouldest thou meddle to thy hurt, that thou shouldest fall, even thou, and Judah with thee? But Amaziah would not hear. Therefore Joash, king of Israel, went up, and he and Amaziah, king of Judah, looked one another in the face at Beth Shemesh, which belongeth to Judah. And Judah was put to worse before Israel. And Judah was put to the worst before Israel. Man. And they fled every man to their tents. And Joash, king of Israel, took Amaziah, king of Judah, the son of Joash, the son of Ahaziah, at Beth Shemesh, and came to Jerusalem, and brake down the wall of Jerusalem from the gate of Ephraim unto the corner gate, 400 cubits. And he took all the gold and silver and all the vessels that were found in the house of the Lord, and in the treasures of the king's house, and hostages, and returned to Samaria. Man, he doing dirty. Why would you do that? What does it solve? Breaking into the house of the Lord. That's supposed to be the house of the Lord. You don't care? You don't care? Now the acts of Joash, which he did, and his might, and how he fought with Amaziah, king of Judah, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Joash slept with his fathers and was buried in Samaria with the kings of Israel, and Jeroboam, his son, reigned in his stead. Damn, but they is rehatching these names. Yeah, rehatching these names. It's crazy sometimes how you have to, like, these is things you really gonna have to keep track of when you're reading the Bible, you know, or stuff like this. You're gonna have to keep track of all these different names and stuff, and whether or not it was the grandfather or the father. You know, you need to know these things. Otherwise, you'll hear a story. Like, I bet this Jeroboam story about to be different from Solomon's son. But we'll see. Did he continue to do wickedly, or did he do right in the sight of the Lord? And Jehoash slept with his fathers and was buried in Samaria with the kings of Israel, and Jeroboam, his son, reigned in his stead. And Amaziah, the son of Joash, king of Judah, lived after the death of Jehoash, son of Jehoaz, king of Israel, 15 years. Yes, sir.
I know how to use the eye controllers. The green one and the red one.
Well, I'm not getting that down right now. You're gonna wait. Hey, can I get a hug? How you feeling, man?
Good.
All right. Yeah, Jeroboam the second. And Amaziah, son of Joash, the king of Judah, lived after the death of Jehoash, son of Jehoaz, king of Israel, 15 years. And the rest of the acts of Amaziah, are they not written in the books of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? Now they made a conspiracy against him in Jerusalem, and he fled to Lachish, or Lachish. But they sent after him to Lachish and slew him there. And they brought him on horses, and he was buried in Jerusalem with the fathers in the city of David. And all the people of Judah took Azariah, which was 16 years old, and made him king instead of his father Amaziah. And he built Elath and restored it to Judah after the king slept with his fathers. Azariah. Man. Ooh. Excuse me. It's on me, man. It's on me. That's all right. We're almost to chapter 16. We're going to finish reading 15 and we're done. We're done with this Sabbath reading. Man, Jeroboam number 2, king of Israel. Come on. Be better than Jeroboam number 1, Jeroboam number 2. And in the 15th year of Amaziah, the son of Joash, king of Judah, Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel, began to reign in Samaria, and reigned 41 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. Oh, Lord. Not you too, Jeroboam. He departed not from all the sins of Jeroboam and the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. He restored the coast of Israel from the entering of Hamath unto the sea of the plain, according to the word of the Lord God of Israel, which he spake by the hand of his servants, Jonah, the son of Amittai, the prophet, which was in Gath-Hepher. Let me see if this is the same Jonah. I wonder if Jonah was around at this time. What is Jonah? Son of Amittai. My bad, man. I'm tripping. All right. I don't know if it's going to say it in Jonah, but let's see. Maybe it'll say it. Come on, Jonah. Jonah was reluctant to bring God's message to Nineveh, the capital of Israel, hated enemy of Syria. Jonah. It is him. It is him. Jonah chapter 1. Now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai. So this is the same Jonah. Jonah was from Zebulun. Jonah was there during the time of King Amaziah. Chapter 14, verse 26, 2 Kings. For the Lord saw the affliction of Israel, that it was very bitter, for there was not any shut up, nor any left, nor any helper for Israel. And the Lord said that he would blot out the name of Israel from under the heaven, but he saved them by the hand of Jeroboam, the son of Joash. Now the rest of the acts of Jeroboam, and all that he did, and his might, how he warred, and how he recovered Damascus and Hamath, which belonged to Judah for Israel, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Jeroboam slept with his fathers, even with the kings of Israel. And Zechariah, his son, reigned in his stead. We almost there. One more chapter. One more chapter. Azariah, king of Judah. Chapter 15. Oh, shit. Excuse me. In the 20th and 7th year of Jeroboam, king of Israel, began Azariah, son of Amaziah, king of Judah, to reign. 16 years old was he when he began to reign. And he reigned 52 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Jachaliah of Jerusalem. And he had did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father Amaziah had done, save that the high places were not removed, and the people sacrificed and burnt incense still in the high places. And the Lord smote the king, so that he was a leper unto the day of his death, and dwelt in a several house. And Jotham, the king's son, was over the house, judging the people of the land. And the rest of the acts of Azariah and all that he did, are they not written in the books of the chronicles of the kings of Judah? So Azariah slept with his fathers, and they buried him and with his fathers in the city of David, and Jonathan, as his son, reigned in his stead. Jotham, his son. Man, my eyes was getting... that sleep monster on me, and he got my eyes blurry. Don't give him no power. Hell with him. I'm going to read. Whew, excuse me. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm going down, Frazier. I'm going down. Zechariah. Chapter 15. Verse 8. Zechariah, king of Israel. In the 30th and 8th year of Azariah, king of Judah, did Zechariah, the son of Jeroboam, reign over Israel in Samaria 6 months. Damn! And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, as his fathers had done, and he departed not from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. And Shallum, the son of Jabesh, conspired against him and smote him before the people and slew him and reigned in his stead. And the rest of the acts of Zechariah, behold, they are written in the books of the chronicles of the kings of Israel. This was the word of the Lord which he spake unto Jehu, saying, Thy sons shall sit on the throne of Israel unto the 4th generation. And so it came to pass. Shallum, king of Israel. Shallum, the son of Jabesh, began to reign in the 9 and 30th year of Uzziah, king of Judah. And he reigned a full month in Samaria. And Menahem, the son of Gadi, went up from Tisra and came to Samaria and smote Shallum, the son of Jabesh, in Samaria, and slew him, and reigned in his stead. And the rest of the acts of Shallum and his conspiracy which he made, behold, they are written in the books of the chronicles of the kings of Israel. Then Menahem smote Tifsa and all that were therein, and the coast thereof from Tirzah, because they opened not to him. Therefore he smote it, and all the women therein that were with child he ripped up. Oh man, I'm reading terrible, man. I'm reading terrible, but I continue to ask you to stay with me, rock with me till we're done. We're almost done. We got like a half a page. A half a page left. Cause this is, oh man, it's on me. It's on me. It's trying to force me. It's trying to force me to sleep, man. Sleep. Sleep, niggity. Sleep. Menahem, king of Israel. Chapter 15, verse 17. In the 9th and 13th year of Azariah, king of Judah, began Menahem, the son of Gadi, to reign over Israel, and reigned 10 years in Samaria. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not all his days from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. And Pul, the king of Assyria, came against the land. And Menahem gave Pul 1,000 talents of silver, that his hand might be with him to confirm the kingdom in his hand. And Menahem exacted the money of Israel, even all of the mighty men of wealth, and every man 50 shekels of silver to give to the king of Assyria. So the king of Assyria turned back and stayed not in their land, not there in the land. And the rest of the acts of Menahem and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Menahem slept with his fathers, and Pekahiah, his son, reigned in his stead. Pekahiah, king in Israel. Oh, man. Whew. Pekahiah, king in Israel. In the 50th year of Azariah, king of Judah, Pekahiah, the son of Menahem, began to reign over Israel and Samaria, and reigned 2 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from his sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. But Pekah, the son of Remaliah, a captain of his, conspired against him and smote him in Samaria, in the palace of the king's house, with Argod and Arli, and with him 50 men of the Gileadites, and he killed him and reigned in his room. Yeah, I'm reading terrible. I read terrible this whole session. Oh, we. And the rest of the acts of Pekahiah, and all that he did, behold, they are written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel. Pekah, king of Israel. In the 52nd year of Azariah, king of Judah, Pekah, the son of Remaliah, oh, man. The son of Remaliah began to reign over Israel in Samaria, and reigned 20 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. Damn, man, get it right. He departed not from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. And though in the days of Pekah, king of Israel, came Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, and took Ijon and Abel-Beth-Maacah and Genoa and Kadesh and Hazar and Gilead and Galilee, all the land of Naphtali, and carried them captive to Assyria. And Hoshea, the son of Elah, made a conspiracy against Pekah, the son of Remaliah, and smote him and slew him, and reigned in his stead. And in the 20th year of Jotham, the son of Uzziah. And the rest of the acts of Pekah, and all that he did, behold, they are written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel. Jotham, king of Judah. In the 2nd year of Pekah, the son of Remaliah, king of Israel, begat? Oh, man. It began Jotham, the son of Uzziah, king of Judah, to reign. 25 years old was he when he began to reign. And he reigned 16 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Jerusha, the daughter of Zadok. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord. He did according to all that his father Uzziah had done. Howbeit, the high places were not removed. The people sacrificed and burnt incense still in the high places. He built the higher gate of the house of the Lord. And now the rest of the acts of Jotham and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And in those days the Lord began to send against Judah Rezin, the king of Syria, and Pekah, the son of Ramallah. And Jotham slept with his fathers, and was buried with his fathers in the city of David his father. And Ahaz the son reigned in his stead. And we're going to stop there. Oh, man. We're going to stop there. That was the end of chapters 11 through 15. Oh, the sleep monster is on me. Sleep monster is on me. Oh, chapter 11. Oh. Through chapter 15 of 2 Kings of the King James Bible. Oh, man. It's really on me. It's really on me. I have been trying to fight it. I'm trying to fight it. I want to do like that. Oh, I've been trying to fight it. Hey, but we made it through. We rolled our way through this Sabbath reading, which I apologize for. It sucked. But the word of the Lord don't go out void. Somebody can get something from it. But I do apologize, man. I sucked. I sucked at the reading. But it is what it is. So that's it for today, man. Happy Sabbath. Even though it's over. But, you know, I hope everybody had a wonderful Sabbath. I hope you're able to rest, remember the Sabbath, and keep it holy, and make some better moves for you and your family on this Sabbath. And now that the Sabbath's over, you can go ahead and start getting ready for the snow if it's coming your way, the cold weather if it's coming your way. Prepare yourself. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell you people I'm out here reading shit. You know. But until next time, man, happy Sabbath reading, everybody. Catch you on the back end. Man, we'll get you on next time. Shalom. I'm out you.